There are two kinds of people in life. They're winners and whiners, you know. Most people go through life just whining. I didn't have enough money. I didn't have good credit. They didn't like me, you know. No, life is not about that. See, the major key to your taking charge of your destiny is you. I mean, if you have the credit of Ross Perot, that will help. All right? If you got somebody to co-sign for you, that will help. If you happen to be handsome, that will help, you know? If you have people who will support you, that will help. But all of those things are secondary. The major key to your taking charge of your destiny is you. It's you. And even though you might not have all the things going for you that you would like, you have the power within you as you begin to develop your consciousness, as you hold the vision of what it is that you want to do, as you decide to answer this small voice within you. Because as you respond to this voice that's telling you you ought to do this, the way will come, ideas will come to you. You will begin to attract things you need and things that you don't even know that you need right now. You will develop the skills in the process as you look at yourself, finding out what is it you need to do, what kind of adjustments you need to make, what new strategies that you need to begin to implement to make it happen. But if you don't put yourself out here, if you don't become actively involved in life, if you hold back on yourself and continue to procrastinate, when I saw a speaker who I said, I know if this guy can do this, I know I could do that. That was years after I had made the decision to do it. I was holding back on myself. I kept building up all kind of reasons and excuses to justify why I wasn't acting on my dream. Most people go through life as volunteer victims. They go through life volunteering to be victims, giving excuses on why they're not pursuing their greatness, giving excuses on why they're not doing the things that they want to do, putting it off again and again and again, wasting valuable time. Life is very valuable, ladies and gentlemen. Time is very valuable. And it's very fragile. You've got to decide to do what you can right now and don't delay. Living your life like a sense of urgency. Repeat this, please, and tell somebody on your right and left. Live your life now. Be happy now. This is not a dress rehearsal. Do that, please. This is your Super Bowl. Do you know there are people who put more emphasis and more energy into a sporting event or dancing or entertainment than they do on their dreams? They have more interest in who won a particular game than where they are in relationship to their goals and their ambitions and developing themselves. So you want to begin to get your priorities in order. Ask yourself the question, the people in my life right now, are they contributing to my growth and development? Are they making me a better person? What I'm doing right now, is it nourishing me? Does it empower me? Is it giving me what I need out of my life right now? Is it challenging to me? Is it making me stretch mentally and emotionally and spiritually? Is it getting the best out of me? See, this is the only life you've got. So you don't want to squander it doing something you don't want to do, feeling you can't do any better. You can do better. You should do better. You deserve to do better. You're entitled to that. That is your right to do better. So resolve that within yourself. Make it something in your life that you just won't compromise on. See, it is important to me that I be able to provide for my mother. That is not optional, to be able to provide for my children. There's a standard of living that I'm going to enjoy. It is not optional. It's not something that I would like to see happen. It's not something that it'll be okay. It's something that I value. And as you begin to look at your life, draw the line and say, hey, what is it that I need that can give me a sense of fulfillment? What is it that I need right now that I would enjoy, that will give my life some music and some power? Decide that, because you deserve that. But if you don't decide that and decide to make that happen, it will never happen for you. It will never happen for you. I did a training years ago, and after this particular seminar, I'll never forget a lady who was 85 years old. She stood up and we asked a question, anybody has anything brave to share? And she said yes. She said, this was a very enriching seminar for me. It really opened my eyes. She said, I'm 85 years old. She said, all my life, she said, I sacrificed my dreams for everybody else, for my family, for my husband, for my children. She said, I've really never done anything for me of value, of the things that I really find important. She said, I say to you young people, you won't be in my situation right now if you decide to live your life now. She said, if I had my life to live over, I would do things differently. She said, but I don't have it to live over. And when I go home, I got news for my husband. So repeat after me, please. I'm going to live my life now. I deserve that. I deserve that. Okay, now here's something else I want you to realize. Things are going to happen. You've just got to handle it. My goddaughter, Nika Williams, who lives in Columbus, Ohio, just this past week, 3 children in her neighborhood that she went to school with were sitting in a car talking. An intoxicated driver lost control of his vehicle and ran into that car and killed those 3 kids. The children that they went to school with experienced pain and grief and shock, but they became actively involved in putting together the funeral services. And I talked with her. And I said, how you doing, Anika? She said, I miss them. She said, but there's something that I realize, that many of the relationships we have in life, we take casually. And we don't say all the things that we really should say and do all the things with people that mean something to us that we really should do. And she said, I'm going to miss them, but it's really alerted me about how unpredictable life is. And so now she's going to become a very sharing person, more so than ever before, and all of the other young people that were involved. But they were handling it. And as you begin to look at your life, decide to handle things. When you decide that you want to begin to take control of your destiny, there are going to be some sacrifices that you're going to have to make. There'll be things that you're going to have to decide, I got to give this up. I've got to let this go. Many times you will have problems in your personal relationships. When I decided to become a motivational speaker, I was gone sometimes for weeks when I left home before coming back. And I'll never forget, I did a big major rally for a guy by the name of Dexter Yeager, a big Amway rally called Free Enterprise Day. And after speaking, people were chanting, we want the motivator, we want the motivator. Well, I was excited. So I ran back to the phone after I came off stage and I called the young lady that I was dating then. I said, look, I wiped them out. They love me. They were saying, we want the motivator. Listen, they're saying, we want the motivator. We want the motivator. So she said, Les, I need to tell you something. I said, what? And I heard a voice in the background said, hurry up and tell him. I said, who's that? She said, Les, you've been gone so long. I said, yes, I've been working on a dream, and I'm sorry, the relationship is over. What? You gotta be kidding me. I said, hang up. I said, wait. And I said, Mr. Motivator, come on. I said, hold a minute, wait. I said, Mr. Motivator, come down. I said, okay. I went outside and I looked at the people. I said, you got to have a dream that's real big. I said, sometimes things will happen to you that will catch you on the blind side and bring you to your knees. I went back to the hotel, but they had to pull me off stage. I was out there and said, you got to have a larger vision. You got to be hungry. They pulled me off. I said, and you got to stay motivated. They said, come on, motivator. They were turning the lights off. The janitors wanted to go home. I wanted to keep on for me. But it's an experience that opposition, those obstacles that you will encounter, that's how you grow. That's how you become stronger.